always gotta stay on guard. No, never know where it might come from. Always gotta be prepared. Huh? Oh, hey! Hey, what's up, pack members? It's Real Spirit Delph here, and welcome to our video. So, time for another movie review, and I'm reviewing Rampage. So, this review is kind of late. I actually watched Rampage like almost a month ago, so a lot of you guys on DeviantArt probably know that I watched Rampage a good while ago. Well, it was about a month ago. I think I watched on like July 6th or July 16th of here, and it's August now, so yeah. But as you see, I was just in a town and I saw some giant monsters just coming. You guys might have seen my video, like I've encountered Ralph a few times. I see him growing and all that, so that's kind of neat. He looks a lot more white-furred in person than he does in the film. But, just in case he does happen to show up, or George or Leslie for right now, I have brought up my gun for all that matters, but that's fine. This thing's not really loaded. Or maybe it is. Okay? So, anyway. Wait, before I begin though, I'm going to say this will contain spoilers, so if you have not seen Rampage yet, you probably should stop the video now. But for those who have seen it like me, let's get right to a review. So overall, I think the movie was pretty good. I mean, I've been wanting to see it since, I never really was big on seeing it. See, it came out around the same time I wanted to watch Avengers Infinity War, which was back in 2018, obviously. Sorry. Itchy nose. And I, was mainly just focused on seeing Infinity War. I wasn't really caring too much about Rampage, and my friend Tom on DeviantArt, or Harley Freedom Rider 19, he was just on a tangent about Rampage. He said, "Hey, be sure to see Rampage." And I said, at one point, "I finally saw Infinity War," and he immediately just said, "What about Rampage?" I said, "Not interested in seeing it." Now, don't get me wrong, I am a good fan of Rampage. Like, you guys have seen me, like some of you veteran pack members, you've seen me play the original arcade Rampage with Snowflake, my sister. So, back when I did the LEGO Dimensions series. Now I think about it, I haven't played LEGO Dimensions in a while, or at least not done a video on it. But if you guys do want to see me play Rampage again, then I will more than happily break out my toy pad so I can play it. But without further ado, let's actually get to the real movie. I did think it was a good movie overall. Definitely has a lot of peril in it, so you have to be into peril if you want to see it and enjoy it. Now, I know in the games, one thing that I like the movie over the games is the games, you had normal humans become these giant monsters, and they were anthropomorphic, big, animals, whereas in the movie there's still big animals in the movie, but I think they made them a lot bigger in the movie than they're supposed to be, and actually made them actual animals. Like George is, I guess George, you can be anthropomorphic or feral either way. I guess it still counts as a gorilla. Lizzie, I think Lizzie looked more like a crocodile in the film instead of, a lizard like she was claimed to be in the game. And Ralph, my all-time favorite, obviously. I think he looked awesome. I think he's the one who changed in appearance the most. It was because, he started out as your normal wolf, and then after a while of exposure, became this 45-foot tall mutant wolf, losing a lot of his fur, gaining quills and arm flaps, fly or glide, whatever you call it. I'd say fly, but it's obviously like a flying squirrel, which isn't right gliding. But not to mention that made for a very funny scene where Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, was like, of course, the wolf flies. It's like the most priceless expression, or annoyed expression. Now, don't get me wrong, any movie with Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, I do like. Or there are some movies that I have not seen them in yet. Like I haven't seen Jumanji, not the original board game version, like the video game version, like Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, I think is what it was called. And, I mean, I might see that at one point, who knows. I watched Tooth Fairy recently, that was kind of funny. But I'm getting off topic, let's get back to Rampage. So, overall, well, movie was good, like I said before. I mean, definitely had a lot of action. I loved, like, Ralph's screen time, even though he didn't get too much screen time. I mean, sure, George is like the main character in the original Rampage, so, it's obvious you gotta focus the main attention on George. But overall, the movie was great in my opinion. The battles were excellent. All the damage to the buildings were well done. Like, the Rampage process was just perfect, in my opinion. I mean, definitely a lot of explosions and damage and all that. Well, definitely well done for special effects. One thing I do wish that they did do was actually show the transformation process for each of the animals. Because, like, Ralph, like after the canister of Rampage pathogen crashed down, and Ralph walks up, sniffs it, you hear a whimper. But they don't show the transformation for any of them. Of course, George still looks most like himself, minus the dramatic size change. Comment down below, don't you agree, it would be cool to see animals actually grow and transform in the film instead of, just skipping it? Of course, that would probably take up a lot of screen time or, movie running time, but overall, still pretty cool. So, anyway, overall, I'm going to rank this movie a 10 out of 10. 10, I mean, definitely a good movie. I wish they did transformations, but that's okay. Overall, though, love the movie. Definitely recommend watching it if you're a fan of the Rampage arcade games. And once again, if you want me to play Rampage again, just comment down below and I'll do it. I mean, I might actually play Rampage on camera again, just, for you pack members if you enjoy it. So, yeah. But that'll just about do it for me. So, without further ado, this is Spirit Alpha signing out. I'll see you guys back in the pack. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta be prepared because you never know when and the Rampage monsters might show up again. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Ralph, and by the way, this is not a lethal weapon. I just have a mode with the tranquilizer darts of antidote, so nothing to worry about. So now, if you excuse me, I got some hunting to do.